Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are fine and I hope you are in a good health. My dear students, we are still talking about Unit 11, Step 6 or Lesson 6. This is workbook, my dear students. Please, can you open your workbook page 84? 84 to see what's next with me. Let's see together about grammar assistant. Here we are going to talk about past simple passive. I told you before there is a great difference between active and passive. Here we are going to talk about passive but in the past simple tense. As I told you before, if you have a positive sentence like Ali played tennis yesterday. Ali played tennis yesterday. And I asked you to make passive. First of all, you have to look at the verb. It is past simple. You have to go to the rule of past simple passive. What is it? Keep in your mind, you have to start with object plus was or were plus past participle. So let me remind you with the example. Ali played tennis yesterday. The object is tennis. So we have to start with tennis. Tennis was played yesterday. And I can complete using by Ali or not. I can stop at this point. Okay? As I told you, that is the grammatical point we are going to talk about in this period about past simple passive. So you have to put in your mind how to change into passive. First of all, you have to start with the object. Number 2 was where. Number 3, past participle. And you can complete the sentence. Now let's start with the exercise number 1. Rewrite the sentences about early postal services. Start with the words given and change the underlying verbs into the passive form. The first one is done for you. The Chinese introduced the postal service in about 1200 BCE. And he asked us to change into passive. So we have to start with the object. What is the object here? It is a postal service. And postal service is only one thing, singular. So it must take was. After that, what? Verb 3 or past participle. Postal service was introduced by what? By the Chinese in about 1200. Let's see number A together to see it. At first, the Chinese used this service mainly for official documents. Here, we have to change the sentence into what? Into passive. So we have to start with the object. Where is the object here? Used what? This service. This service. So this service, it is the beginning. This service, as I told you, it is singular, so it must take was used. This service was used by the Chinese. Again, this service was used by the Chinese mainly for official documents. Number B, you can think with me, my dear students. Originally, they sent messages using fire and smoke. Change into passive or past simple passive. He helped us and started with the object. Here the object is what? Messages. The adverb here is not a problem with me. No, you can get it in the beginning or in the end, no problem. Now, messages, it is the object and it is plural, so it must take where sent. Messages were sent. Look here. Messages were sent using fire and smoke. Okay. Number C. The Roman organized an advanced postal service. Passive in the past simple, and an advanced postal system was organized by the Romans. Was organized by the Romans. Number D. They developed a system of post. They developed a system of post roads with many places where tired riders passed messages to other fresh riders. When you see that sentence, you think about, it's too long, but there is not a problem for me. You can see two sentences in the same sentence. So we can change two sentences in the passive inside the same one sentence. One sentence. Like what here? They developed a system of post roads with many places. Okay, it is one. So we have to change a system of post roads. What was developed, right? Was developed with many places. And here is, you will see the second sentence that must be changed into passive. Where messages plural, where past participle past. Messages were passed by tired riders to other fresh riders. Number E, the Romans. The Romans sent messages 270 kilometers in 24 hours by this system. I think it is easy now, my dear. You have to identify the plural. After that was where. After that, verb 3 or past participle. After, where is the object? Where is the object here? It is messages. Yes, messages were sent to 70 kilometers in 24 hours by this system, by the Romans. Look here, the messages were sent by the Romans. If you put by the Romans here or in the end of the sentence, no problem. By the Romans, 270 kilometers in 24 hours by this system. Number F, Britain introduced the first postage stamps in 1840. Passive, the first postage stamps in the first postage stamps were introduced in Britain in 1840. Number G. Yes, you can think with me. Who can do it? Who can do it with me? The Greeks used homing pigeons to deliver messages. Who can tell me where is the object? Let's start with the object. Where is it? Yes, excellent. It's homing pigeons. Homing pigeons. Here it's plural. So we have to complete using homing. Pigeons were used. Were used by the Greeks to what? To deliver messages. Look here. Homing pigeons. Pigeons were used by the Greeks so that the messages could be delivered. Another question. Number 2, rewrite the sentences about modern communication. Start with the words given and change the underlined verbs into the active form. Listen to me. In the last exercise, we changed it into the passive voice or past simple passive. But in this exercise, we will do the opposite thing. We will change this sentence into what? Active. Active may be in the present or in the past, according to this sentence. Let's see the first one. The first one is done for you. In the 21st century, mobile phones are used. It's passive or present simple passive. Are used for phone calls and text messages. In the 21st century, people it is a change. In the 21st century, people use mobile phones for phone calls and text message. Here, my dear, I think it's clear that you will talk about the present simple, passive or active. Here, he tries to tell you how to change the sentence in the present simple into passive to be present simple passive or present simple active. How to change it from active to passive or passive to active. In this exercise, he tries to train you about how to change into active. Phone calls are made to friends wherever they are. Okay, what is the answer here? The answer here, you have to look before. Are made, it is present simple. So people make what? Phone calls, the most important topic in the sentence. People make phone calls to friends wherever they are. Let's see number 2. Text messages are sent over very long distance very cheaply. Here we have to start with the subject, people. Where is the present from sent? Send. People send what? Text messages. People send text messages over very long distance very cheaply. Yes, that's right. Let's see number C. These messages are written very quickly and are received by their friends a few seconds later. Here, well, people what? People write these messages very quickly and you can complete. Look here, the most important point to here, how to get the main verb in the sentence. People write, subject, verb, object. People write these messages very quickly. Number D, email is being used by more and more businesses. Here, my dear, this sentence is in the passive, but which tense? It is present continuous, passive. Yes, how to change the sentence in the present continuous from active to passive? First of all, we have to start with the object. After that, am is are plus being plus past participle. Like if we see the answer here, more and more businesses are using emails. This is an active sentence. In the present continuous, as I told you, it's from am or is or are plus verb ing. It is present continuous. How to change this sentence into passive? You have to get the object plus am or is or are plus being plus verb 3. So it will be email. It's singular, so it must take is. Email is being used by more and more businesses. Number E, in some organizations, traditional letters or memos have been replaced by emails. Here, my dear, he talks about the present perfect passive. Listen to me. If we have a sentence like Ali has done homework. Ali has done homework. Change into passive. It will be homework has been done. Okay, so the passive in the present perfect must be like the following. You have to start with the object plus has or have plus been plus verb 3 or past participle. Like her, traditional letters or memos have been replaced by email, and that is the active sentence. In some organization, email has replaced traditional letters or memos. Now, my dear, with workbook, we are still with your workbook, but in page 85. Page 85. Let's see together. I told you before, my dear, what is the difference between take and make? And I told you that make has many meanings. Take has many or has different meaning. I told you verbs with some or with more than one meaning. Told you some meanings for make and take in the last period. For example, here, if you are going to the post office, could you this letter for me? Could you take or could you make? If I said, could you take means, could you send? يبقى take her means send, not take only to get something from another one. No, it has many different meanings. Like this, maybe send. If you take this letter for me, if you send this letter for me. Here with exercise number 3. Don't forget, we are going to talk about the different meaning of make and take. Complete the sentence with the correct form of make and take. The first one is done for you. If you are going to the post office, could you take this letter for me? What about number A? Let's see together. and you have time. You have 1 minute to tell me. Complete the sentence with the correct form. Don't forget, not only we can both make or take, but we can both makes or takes, or in the past made or took, according to the sentence. So the first one, nobody what pigeons fly home. It is a natural instinct. Nobody what make pigeons fly home. Well, take pigeons fly home. Yes, excellent. Make pigeons fly home. Hmm? Who can answer the second one, number B? They special food for homing pigeons. Take or make? Make. Excellent. Oh no, someone has our best pigeon. Has what? Has taken or has made? Sure, has taken. Yes, someone has taken our best pigeon. So I am very sad. I can't sleep. I'm very sad. Why? Because there is someone. It is the thief. It is a criminal. He has no mercy. So he has stolen our best pigeon. Number three, if you've missed your bus, you could, sure, I think it's clear, make or take a text instead. Take. Excellent. Number E, you look exhausted. Why don't you make or take a 5-minute break? Make a 5-minute break or take a 5-minute break. I think it must be what? Yeah, huh? Make or take? Yes, good. Excellent, my dear. Take a 5-minute break. With F, I have many clever students that has or they have the ability to answer these questions easily. So my dear, all of you should be waking, should pay attention with me. I was too busy. Launch, take lunch or make lunch. To notice the phone ringing. Busy, lunch. Take lunch. It is not acceptable make, but oh, making lunch, preparing. Yeah, you have to know. Make means prepare. So, my dear, don't be fast. You have to think. You have to read the sentence more and more. So the meaning here of make means prepare. As so, I was too busy. For what? What are you drawing? I am making lunch. Number G, he was district manager. After his excellent performance, he was what? He was made. He was made. Okay, my dear, with exercise 4, match the expressions to their responses. There are more responses than you need. Match. It is matching. Matching. Maybe it is related to the question function or functions. Hi. Let's see. If you have a look here, if you have a look, you have to read the first one and you can tell me which one, 1, 2, 3, 2, 7. Hi, is Aisha there, please? You have to read all of them and choose the best one. Look here. Let's see your answer. Hi, is Aisha there, please? Number 5. No, she's not. Sorry. Number B. Could you take a message for me? It is a polite request. Polite request. Could you take a message for me? Sure. I'll just get a pen. Number 7. C. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. What is that suitable response here? Okay. Speak to you soon. Number 3. I think you have the wrong number. Response is what? Sorry. Isn't this for 744421? When you call the wrong number, you are confused. You are confused. So you can say, sorry, isn't this? And you can tell him the number to tell you if you are wrong or right. Number E, I called earlier, but no one answered. Response is what? Did you leave a message? Did you leave a message? Don't forget, my dear students, it is not allowed for you to say something you do or to talk about something you do. Don't use do, but you have to tell me something. Say. You have to say. You have to tell us your saying, your expression. I called earlier, but no one answered. If you were in that place, what will you say to your friend? I'll ask him, I'll tell him, did you leave a message? Exercise number 5. Read the following text messages, my dear, and match them with their meanings. I think it's for you now. You can do it yourself. Read the following text messages and match them with their meanings. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, and we have from 1 to 6. You have to see which one. Read it in a good way, and you have to match it with the suitable or the right meaning. You have time to do it, and you can't do it at all. So I'll show you the answers quickly, but it is not necessary for me to talk about this exercise, so I'll show you the answer quickly. As you see, number B, yes, it will be with number 5. I'm sorry, I have to leave suddenly. I'll be back as soon as possible. This is number C. It is not clear. She will be what? The meaning? I am on my way back from holiday. I'll see you when I get to Kuwait. Number D will be number 3. I think I left my coat at football practice. With number E, I have to leave. It's dinner time. F with number 1. I'm busy and can't talk at the moment. Dear students, here we are about to finish our lesson by the last step, closure. Closure here, it is an exercise from your workbook. What would you say in the following situation? Write full sentences. My dear, it's told in your exam functions. What will you say? Or what would you say? Let's see together the first one. It is very, very important question. One of your friends has just called you to cancel a prearranged study meeting. You and your other friends are already there. What would you say in the following situation? Before saying anything, you have to think. You have to think before. And there is no one answer, only one answer. No, we can see many or more answers for the same question, for the same situation. So it is not obligated to know only one answer. We can accept more answers from many students. So the right answer here is for you. Think, think about what you will say in this part, in this situation. Number three, your network provider has charged you for calls you didn't make. You are phoning their helpline. What will you say when you call helpline? Number C, a new phone you bought last week has stopped working. You are talking to a salesman in the shop you bought it from. You bought it from. You bought a telephone from anywhere and you found it doesn't work properly. So you will or you are going to talk to the salesman in the shop. What will you say or what would you say to her? Number D, your parents have decided you are using your mobile phones too much. They have decided to confiscate it from you for a few weeks. You think this is unfair. You think this is unfair. It is not acceptable from your father and mother. No, they have the right to do anything to keep your health, to keep your mind safe. What would you say in this situation? Now, my dear, we have finished our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening. Hoping to see you next time in a good health. Bye.